"Lift with your legs, Amy. Asa," Jason cried later that night, lunging forward with his hands held out, ready to catch the box if it slid out of my hands. "Be careful, you'll hurt yourself." I grunted as I hefted the cardboard box and then let it slam down onto the cart. "I'm fine, Jason." I straightened back up and pushed sweat-drenched hair out of my eyes. "I'm being careful." "You are not fine. Not until those stitches in your chest come out. You already busted them open once a few weeks ago. If you do it a second time, they'll have to stay in even longer." Actually, I had already broken them open a second time, but I had quietly sewn them back up by myself. There was no reason Jason had to know it had happened. He was enjoying his new status as mother hen entirely too much already. My fingers moved of their own volition up to my collarbone, tracing the still tender wound that trailed diagonally all the way down my chest, between my breasts, and almost to my rib cage. It was an injury that should have killed me. For years, I had carried a pearl of power hidden in my body for my almost mother, Mary. Removing it ripped a hole right in the middle of my chest. Mary had repaired much of the damage, and later I had done more healing of myself. But there are limits to how fast a human body can mend, even with magical inducement. So what should have been a life-ending trauma had become instead an ongoing nuisance. Though the healing was slow and would leave me with one hell of a scar, I still felt pretty damn lucky. Things could have been much, much worse. The gemstone bracelet I wore wrapped around my wrist had slipped out of place, and I adjusted it. My preternatural patients paid me with those stones. Usually, I wore them as a necklace, but since being injured, it was too painful to wear a necklace that lay against my chest. So, knowing how important it was that I show my patients how much I valued the payments that they gave me, I had taken to wrapping the necklace around my wrist. "Maybe getting started on remodeling tonight wasn't such a hot idea after all," Jason commented. He was breathing harder than I would have liked, standing with his hands on his hips as he surveyed the progress we had made on the barn. His sandy blonde hair was sweaty and sticking to his forehead. I resisted the urge to ask him how he was feeling or tell him to sit down and rest. Instead, I wiped the dust and sawdust that were clinging to my palms off onto my jeans and looked around the clinic with an appraising eye. "We've gotten most of the books out of the library and into the house," I observed, trying to sound upbeat. I had to admit, converting the clinic's small one-room library into another patient room would be a bigger project than I had imagined. We'd been working for hours, and so far we'd only managed to clear the room out.